do it live.
Hey everybody, welcome to a very special edition of the Cinematic Lounge. We're doing a Halloween holiday edition with two of my faves. We got Chris Coker, who's always on the fives. And we got my old friend Uncle Al, who's an original from the original Yippee-Ki-Yay Mother podcast.
It's great to be back.
Al's in his famous Frank mask.
Doing well.
Al actually wore that to a work party one time and freaked a lot of people out. Because it can't really shows up on TV, but there's veins in there. It's very freaky. All right, so
it's wonderful.
Tonight we're going to do like what Chris and I have done, and we've stolen from Red Letter Media, which is our list of top 5 horror films that we like to present at Halloween. Yep.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Anything you want to say about this, or we just get into it? Try to get done as quick as possible.
Right in.
Let's jump right in. So since Al's a guest, Al, why don't you tell us your number 5? We think Al is not gonna. We're not gonna have any of Hal's films, I don't think, but we'll see. Al, what's your number 5?
You never know.
Never know.
I believe we reviewed this on an older episode.
By the way, Al is Frank. Chris, what's your get up?
Where's Waldo?
Waldo. You guys know what I am?
Yeah, you're from The Thing, right?
I'm Windows from The Thing. One of my favorite actors. Let me just. I got his name right here. Hang on. I can't remember anything.
Oh yeah. I was about to say
Thomas G. Waits. So every great film he's been in, he gets killed. So he was.
His signature is on that poster behind me.
On the Thing poster. Nice. He gets killed in The Warriors. He gets killed in Injustice for All, and of course he gets killed in The Thing. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm honoring Thomas G. Waits with this costume, and I might keep it. I look pretty young. I look pretty good. All right,
that beard looks good, man.
Great. Uncle Al, number 5.
All right, number 5. This is a film we reviewed on an earlier episode of the podcast. I don't know, 5 years ago. It is Possession from 1981.
Okay, Chris, have you ever seen Possession?
I have not seen Possession.
We did that on our cult podcast we had called Movie Strange.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
It is an excellent film.
Yeah, that is an excellent film. Who stars in that? That's
Sam Neill, one of his first roles. He's quite young. And Isabella Adjani, I think is how you say her last name. Yeah. She won the César Award for this film.
Yeah,
and
Chris,
it's well-deserved.
I'm sure you've seen, there's a scene of her in a subway bouncing off the walls and rolling around and doing all kinds of weird shit.
Cool.
There's possessions. There's I don't know what the hell was going on in that film. Chris, give it 2 seconds. Chris Coker.
Which Chris?
Chris Coker. There is no other Chris here but Chris Coker. I can't believe you haven't seen Possession because it's like the top list of.
Well, it's funny that you say Sam Neill. I'll have to check it out. I'm a big Sam Neill fan. In fact, I have a Sam Neill movie on my list.
Oh, I know. Okay. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he's very young in this one. Very young.
Cool.
And the acting's very strange. So,
nice.
Possession.
And Isabella Adjani is
number 5.
Wonderful in everything. So
he is.
Yes.
He's good. Chris, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is one of the first horror movies I actually saw in the theater as a young man. I'm going with The Lost Boys. It's more of doesn't have a whole lot of scares per minute, but I think overall it's super cool. I went out and bought the soundtrack on cassette. Love this film. I revisited it recently, and I was just surprised at how it's almost too compact. It's almost too tight. There's a couple of things that go on there. You feel like you missed a scene, but it just is so it just blasts forward. I thought it did a cool job of trying to make like vampires cool. And things like that. So I'm a huge fan of that movie. I highly recommend it if no one has seen it. I doubt that's the case on this podcast, but
yeah,
that's The Lost Boys.
That's got Jason Patrick. Is that?
Yep. Kiefer
and the two Coreys. Mm-hmm. Kiefer
it was the first time the two Coreys appeared together.
And the actor Edward, what was his name? He played FDR.
Edward Herman.
Herman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Edward Herman plays kind of the love interest, and Diane Wiest is in it. Fresh off her Oscar win for Hannah and her Sisters.
What year? Do you have the year that came out? Do you know?
87. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's a good one.
You're forgetting the best part of that film. Tim Capello is the best sax man in film history.
Greasy sax man.
Is
had to
he?
show
Yes.
that
Oh, there's a
my
scene
wife
in
is
there
a
where
little
he's
young.
playing it.
Yeah, Tim Capello is a legitimate sax player. He played backup for like Tina Turner's band, all this kind of crazy stuff. But he's like a bodybuilder, so he's like shredded, and they obviously just covered him in baby oil before he went on.
There's a documentary about the codpiece he would wear during
wow. That's
during his
funny.
performances with Tina Turner. So he was in a lot of films, right?
Yeah, he's shown up in a couple of different
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, Lost Boys. All right, my number 5. Mine are all going to be childhood memory horror films. So my number 5 is Friday the 13th, the original, because I took my high school girlfriend on a date on the night it came out, which was a Friday the 13th, 1980. So I saw it the night it came out, and I'll never forget that very first scene where the girl gets her neck sliced at the tree. And we had never seen it. I don't think Halloween came out in 78. And that wasn't nearly as gory. I think Friday the 13th director and producer said, let's just ratchet this thing up.
Oh, yeah.
And they sure did. And it's got the famous Kevin Bacon axe through the throat. which
It's an
everybody-
arrow.
Arrow
Through the
throat.
bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, arrow
Yeah.
through the bottom of the bed, up through the neck. And Bing Crosby's kid is the kid that was bolted to the door, that outside shed door, the guy who got all the arrows and stuff in his chest. And there's that great scene in Scream where the ghost face test is who's the killer in Friday the 13th, and she didn't know it was Mrs. Voorhees. But that was a big moment for me when that movie came out. So Friday the 13th, the original, and it's still going too. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
50-something years later. All right, Uncle Al, what's your 4?
My 4 is David Cronenberg's Videodrome, starring
Oh.
James Woods and Debbie Harry.
Yeah, not on my
One
list.
of the
my
best
number
body
2.
horror films in history.
That's your number 3?
No, that's my number 2, actually, guys.
Oh, number 2.
My number 2.
Wow.
Nice.
I couldn't agree with you more, Al. It is. I actually only saw Videodrome recently. Don't want to step on you here on your words here, but I only saw it relatively recently, and it really freaked me out. Like, it is a freaky film, and it looks great. Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, I love it because it's a throwback to the analog era with analog TV signals causing cancer and mutation in your brain to make you hallucinate. And then you have a side of sadomasochism and weird vaginal stomachs with guns in them.
Deborah Harry, James Woods. I
And
mean,
then
yes.
just throwing on top of that, I mean, and I wasn't aware of these things when this movie came out, but I think the idea of a snuff film started to reach into the public consciousness around this time. So it has that whole weird torture S&M snuff film vibe going on as well. So it's just so weird.
I just remember the hand going into the body and coming out with a gun, or his hand became a gun. I have it. I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in a while. I saw it when it came out back in the day, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I think I have it on both Laserdisc and Blu-ray. That's how
Nice.
important it was.
As everyone should.
So that's your number 4?
That's number 4.
All right, Chris Coker, number 4.
My number 4 is the original Omen, Richard Donner's Omen, which I will say, little asterisk, I actually saw the remake in like 2003 or 2004. Not half bad. Almost like, not quite Gus Van Sant's shot-for-shot remake of Psycho, but holds pretty darn close to the original. But the original is great. Great acting, obviously, super creepy. And like all good horror movies, it seems to have like a theme that is super weird, but yet totally unique. Like it has that whole, that Damien, kind of thing going on. Just like Michael Myers had his creepy kind of, soundtrack to him. Love this film. And it's funny, I rewatched it and I kind of forgot, like the beginning of it is like, it all kind of starts with the fact that they lie to the wife. His baby has died, and they lie to the wife. And it's like that, almost like that original sin that not causes the problems.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's like it adds to the whole problem of that film. Yeah.
Not to mention the go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Al.
Have you seen the first Omen, the one that came out last year?
No, I haven't. I've only seen, and I'll be honest with you, I think I saw Damien, Omen 2, and I've never sat down, speaking of Sam Neill, sat down and watched the Final Conflict, the third Omen movie. But no, I haven't seen the new one. I wasn't sure if it was just like a cheap remake or is it worth watching.
The new one's a prequel and it's very good. And the reason I ask is because there's an homage to Possession in it when
Okay.
near the end.
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
It's a prequel to the original Omen.
Yes,
Does it
you
end
get
with
you
him?
get a taste of Gregory Peck at the end, and
Oh,
they
okay.
show a photo of him.
I mean, I love the
Nice.
kills in that film. The kills
Oh,
are
yeah.
just insane. And the scene with the woman jumping out of the building. I'm doing this for you, Damon. Which,
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's rough stuff. Good one. Good pick. All right, my number 4 is the original Dawn of the Dead, 1978.
Oh,
And again, high school date. Took the same girl to this one. And again, it's that scene where the very beginning where they slam open the door and that one big head is right in the middle and they just blow that zombie's head off. And that's how the movie starts. And it's just, I couldn't take my eyes off it. And I don't know what I was doing taking all these movies, but this was unbelievable.
Now, did this particular lady in your life like horror movies, Ralph?
I don't really know. I didn't ask.
Or
I mean,
did you
she
just
kept-
subject her to all these super
she kept
gory horror
going,
movies?
so that tells me.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have that strong an influence, but she kept going. But yeah, it was good, and to this day, I mean, I love the 2004 remake. I thought Zack Snyder did a great job with the remake, but I just thought this one was the OG, and I still to this day, and the color alone, because Night of the Living Dead, black and white, whatever, and then they do this in color, and the colors were just out of this world. And again, his, of course, I didn't get it at the time, but his whole thing on consumerism and the mall and what that all meant and what it meant to society, I just thought it was a great movie. Great movie. That's my number 4.
I will say, Uncle Al did grow up 10 minutes from that Monroeville Mall, and
I know.
I don't know if you've been following the news lately, but Walmart bought that mall and is about to tear it down in the next year or two.
Oh,
So
that's
if you want to go and check out the mall, which is mostly a dead mall at this point,
Yeah.
you need to go soon.
Every time I go up there to visit Uncle Al, I want to go there, but I never get there. So, because Pittsburgh, that's where Romero is from. It's just the zombie stuff's all over there. All right, Al, what's your number 3?
Number 3 is Hellraiser 2, Hellbound Hellraiser 2.
Number 2, the second one.
Yes, I do love the first one, but I think the second one expands the universe a little bit, where Kirsty, she goes into the labyrinth, and you see the Leviathan, and you kind of get a good scene with the new Cenobite, who's purely evil, and the Pinhead and the rest of the other Cenobites. They kind of become good guys for like 5 minutes. So.
I forget. Did she get killed at the end of that one? Kirsty,
Who?
whatever her name is?
No, she does not.
Okay.
I will say there's a certain sequence in this film that really impacted Uncle Al when he was about 5 or 6, where the Dr. Chenard, he brings home a mental patient and allows him to slice himself open, and he gets eaten by Julia as she comes out of the mattress fleshless. So
Wow.
maybe that's why I have a mask like this.
How old were you?
I'm 5 or 6, probably.
Oh my god. Chris, have you seen that one? Hellraiser or Hellraiser 2?
It's funny. I saw the original Hellraiser, but I've never actually caught up with any of the other ones. I think my issue was, it's funny, at the very end, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but the thing I had a problem with the original Hellraiser, and this sounds really weird, is I never understood why the Cenobites went after, the girl at the end of Hellraiser.
Al?
It's because she originally opened the box.
Okay, because I always thought, hey, these guys are going after the dudes that are escaping from hell. And I was like, she's not dead. She's not a bad person. Why would they go after her? So maybe I just missed that part. Maybe that's what it was. So, but,
And Al, can you do the famous quote in your Frank mask?
Jesus wept.
Never gets old.
Or how about,
There's another one?
come to daddy, Kirsty.
He's so good. That's Edward Robinson. What's his name? No, his father's Edward G. What's his name? What's that Robinson?
Andrew Robinson.
Andrew Robinson. He was Scorpio in Dirty Harry. It's great. All right,
Oh, really?
Chris.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Chris
Yeah,
Coker,
well-
number 3.
Number 3 would be this is my other Sam Neill movie, or the other Sam Neill movie on this list. John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness. Love
I don't
this
think
film.
I've seen that all the way through. It's pretty freaky, though,
You-
right?
Yeah, it's I like it because it's kind of like a cerebral kind of thing. Like, hey, when the insane outnumber the sane, do they then switch places? Plus, it has a whole kind of Lovecraftian horror element to it. Just think it's a great movie. Some of this, I have to admit, some of the special effects are a little bit dicey. They're not nearly on the level of The Thing, even though it's got like a lot of tentacle monster type, like Lovecraftian horror monsters and stuff like that. But I just think it's really cool how it kind of messes with things, and it's obviously kind of poking fun at Stephen King, the guy Sutter Kane. It's about a novel that makes people go crazy and things like that. It's just a really, I think it's a great underrated movie. Looks great, has some great actors in it. And the funny thing is like, but it does like there's some of the seams show when it comes to the special effects. And I actually looked it up, and it's like it was a pretty low budget movie for the early '90s. It was only like an $8 million picture. And just to give you an idea, like The Thing was like a $15 million picture like 12 years before that. So, but yeah, I
He
think
wasn't
this one
getting. He was having trouble because his movies weren't
Yeah.
doing very well.
yeah,
Like his
Carpenter-
Prince of Darkness, I think he did,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
The Fog. I don't know if that did well. I don't remember.
his earlier stuff did pretty well, but like what was it, Memoirs of an Invisible Man? I think that one kind of dropped pretty badly too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Carpenter's one of
it's
those-
nowhere near as bad as Ghost of Mars.
Oh god, that was
Pretty bad.
terrible. Like,
But I just remember Sam Neill went nuts in that film. Like he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally.
yeah, and it's like it opens with him being taken to a sanitarium, and he's all like, it's okay, it's safer in here, that kind of thing.
You,
One
you
of the
should
funny
definitely
thing-
check out Possession. You should check him
I
out. in
will.
that.
It sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
One of the
insane in
funny-
that too.
he's insane.
Yeah. So just a little note about In the Mouth of Madness, though, as some people who've watched the show before know, I love novelizations. And even though this movie is about an author named Sutter Kane who's missing, and it's about getting this manuscript, they never did a novelization for this movie. However, now, literally like 30 some years later, the novelization is coming out. So I'm really excited to get it and to read it. and
Where
see,
do you
like-
find those? You get them online or?
No, this is a brand new printing. Like it's like they for whatever reason, like the most obvious movie tie-in in the history of movies, or at least novelizations. It's literally a movie about trying to find a book that makes people go crazy, and it's like in the book and reality kind of meld in the film. It seems like an obvious thing to do, but for whatever reason, they didn't push that element of it. And now, like I said, 30 years later, and what's cool is the novelization that's coming out now, or it just recently came out, actually has the cover from the cover of the book In the Mouth of Madness, which appears in the film.
No.
So they're
Very
really kind
meta.
of pulling it all together. Yeah,
Very
it's
meta.
The movie itself is kind of meta in that way. But anyway,
Are you
big
going to
fan
get
of it.
the? Are you going to get the Arrow 4K?
Oh,
Do you collect?
I do get physical media. I didn't know
Yeah.
Arrow was doing I don't have a 4K player myself,
Okay.
but like I might get. I do have a couple of Ralph and I have talked about this. I feel like Arrow is like the Criterion collection, but for like genre movies. You know what I mean? I love I have their Warriors, their Flash Gordon, and they put in a ton of great extras on those things. So yeah, maybe I'll check that out. Yeah.
All right. My number 3 is appropriately from 1975, again, right in my childhood, Trilogy of Terror. Did you ever see this? Starring Karen
I
Black?
have not seen that.
You guys have not seen? Okay, you've heard about the little guy that runs around her apartment and tries to stab her in her feet. That one? You know this, Chris? No?
Ah.
All right, so it's a trilogy. It's three little short films.
Mm-hmm.
Karen Black, 70s beauty queen, just fantastic.
Yeah.
Plays 3 different parts, and they're 3 different horror stories. The last one's the only one anybody really remembers is she gets this little African doll that comes to life in her apartment and starts attacking her. It's cursed or something, and it's chasing her around and trying to stab her feet. It's like an amazing film. Trilogy of Terror came out in 75. I was what, 15? I don't know, sophomore in high school, and it was a TV movie and to this day, it still freaks me out. I have both. I think I have the Laserdisc and a Blu-ray of it, but it's a crazy film. Trilogy of Terror. I can't believe you guys haven't seen it. It's nuts.
I vaguely remember. So the other thing is, Uncle Al, is I worked at Blockbuster for many years in the late '90s, the mid to late '90s, and I seem to remember seeing that on the shelf, but I don't think I ever picked it up and watched it.
It's a riot. It's great. She's great. The little African doll. It's haunting my life for it's 56. How many years is that? 60, 50 years, whatever. Still in my head. So that's my number 3.
Man, you got a lot of hair color for seeing a movie 50 years ago.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not funny.
They look good.
I'm going
He's
to work
well-preserved.
like this tomorrow. See what everybody says. All right, Uncle Al, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is also one that we reviewed on the show a long time ago. Number 2 is Martyrs, 2008.
Beautiful film. It's a gorgeous
Beautiful
film
indeed.
that I'll never watch again. It really is. It really is a good film, but you can't watch it more than once.
It's a.
Why don't you tell Chris what it's?
Yeah,
Sure.
go ahead.
It's 3 movies in one, and I really don't want to tell you the end or really spoil it that much because you should see it. It's a fantastic movie, but it mainly deals with a girl who is kidnapped and held in an old abandoned slaughterhouse where she is tortured, and she escapes, and she goes to live in an orphanage and finds a friend who she becomes codependent on, and she eventually, when she becomes adult, they leave the orphanage, and she shows up at the people's house who she believes tortured her at this slaughterhouse, and mayhem ensues, and there's just a great existential horror ending to it that I absolutely love.
It is
and adore.
Awesome.
It is a stunning film. It really is. Don't confuse. There's an American remake of it, which is
Do
horrible.
not see that.
This is a French.
Okay.
What do they call it? French extremist. What's the genre?
Yeah, it's the French extremism. Yeah.
French extremism. I mean, Chris, it is one of the most gorgeously shot films that, like I said, you can only watch once because it's just what's going on is unbelievable. But it has a meaning. There's a meaning behind it. There's some thought behind what's going on. It's an amazing film, actually.
There is a turn about halfway through, or maybe towards the beginning of the third act, that just it blows me away that they went where they went. So
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's crazy.
I'll check it out.
It's crazy. So Chris Coker, we already had your number 2, right? That was
Yep, Videodrome.
Videodrome.
So
All right,
good.
so-
Check it out.
Videodrome. Let me go to. I can't even remember my list. My number 2 is The Thing. What can I say? I know
number
when it came
2,
out-
how's that not your number 1?
I'll
It
tell
should be
you,
everybody's number 1.
You'll see why. I guess that's your number 1
Yes, it is.
because you have the poster behind their sign.
Okay.
Um,
I love The Thing.
what can I mean? We can't add more to this than has already been talked about for the last 50 years. Amazing film. To see it in the movie theater in its first run was just out of control. And this came out 1982, so this is after Alien.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still out-aliened Alien, which at the time was like, holy shit, what's going on? Again, Windows is my favorite character in the film.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the communications guy gets taken out a little too early for me. But yeah, it's a great film.
Well, it's funny, Al, you mentioned seeing Hellraiser 2 when you were very, very young. I had an older brother, and I saw The Thing when I was probably maybe 9 or 10 years old when that movie came. I saw it on videotape, so maybe 11. But all I can say is that movie to this day is still one of the freakiest, greatest films I've ever seen. The scene when his chest comes open, for me, that is truly one of the most shocking moments in cinema history.
I would say my favorite sequence, since this is my number 1, my favorite sequence is the dog kennel sequence. I just think the effects are mind blowing. I think I want to give a shout out to Jed the dog, who I think is probably one of the best animal actors in film history.
Jed was amazing.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in the film, because the film to me was natural. The acting seemed real. It didn't seem staged like the old science fiction films. When that you're talking about that chest thing, and then the head, melts back, and then the spidery thing walks on the floor, and the guy just goes, "What did he say?" He goes, "I don't fucking." What did he say? What he's?
You gotta be.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. And that's Miles Drentel from 30 something, right? He's playing this guy, the guy smoking pot all the time. Just some great stuff. And that one did horribly because it came out the same year as E.T. And John Carpenter's like, what do I got to do here? I mean, that is the classic film.
It also has a great dark ending.
Yeah.
It's not hopeful. It's super bleak, which
Yeah.
Uncle Al loves bleak endings,
Yeah,
so
like
it's really...
Nihilist. Did you guys see the prequel, the 2011?
I did not.
I did.
What'd you think?
Funny enough is, I actually, it's funny for me because when I went and saw it, I had seen the thing a couple of times, but it had been years since I had seen it. So I actually thought it was just a remake. I did not realize it was a prequel. So I did not realize it was a prequel until the very last scene. Because all that stuff that's going on, I had remembered the horror stuff, but I hadn't remembered them inspecting the other station.
Yeah, the other camp.
So I was kind of the perfect person to see that. I hadn't seen the thing in probably 10 or 12 years. So I didn't remember all the stuff that happened at the other camp. So when it was going on, I didn't remember it. And then all of a sudden when the dog and they're shooting after that part, I remembered, and I was like, So
the axe in the door, and
all of that stuff, I didn't remember that part. So for me, I was the guy that they were making that movie for. The guy who'd seen the thing but hadn't seen it in a long time.
I enjoyed it. I think that the mistake they made was going with the CGI and
computer generated.
I'm not going to talk everybody knows this, but they were going practical, and the studio, was nervous about it, so they decided to go with all that CG shit. And I think that took away. Yeah. But in all, I liked the film. I like kind of the different things they tried about the teeth and the organ, whatever. They were trying different. So they tried, but not as good as the original. But the original didn't do well. It's just built such a huge cult following. As we know, Uncle Hal is the poster. Are they all signed? The whole crew signed that?
Not the whole crew. Some of them are deceased before I could have them sign it, but I do have Wilford Brimley's signature on there.
Is he still
who has
alive?
since passed?
I think he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, he passed away. Yeah.
What was it, 30 when he made that film? He looked like he was 57.
Yes, he looked like your age.
Right. So, all right, Chris Coker, what's your number one?
So my number one is it's kind of an obvious choice. It's The Shining. There are few movies that I find more terrifying than that film. It's that simple. I mean, it's gorgeously shot. And when you stop and you think about all the quote-unquote things that happen in the movie, there aren't that many things, but for whatever reason, you're just completely on edge the whole time. It's horrifying. One moment she's a beautiful woman getting out of the bath, and the next she's this mangled, shriveled, decomposing corpse. The little girls are playing, and then it cuts to them being completely hacked to death.
No, master class.
You can't get. Honestly, it's without a doubt the most terrifying, creepy movie.
Had you read the book before you saw the film?
No. I saw the movie, and I did read the book. I never saw the TV version with Wings, the guy.
Wings guy, Steven
Weber.
Steven Weber. It's quite good.
The TV version?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a miniseries. Yeah, it's quite good.
Yeah.
It's more in line with King's book.
Yeah.
Because he hated what.
Yeah, I mean, he's even said, I'd seen even multiple times where he's like, this isn't Stephen King. This is Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. He's like, I think it's a good movie, but it is in no way my book.
Yeah.
He didn't like Nicholson being cast. He didn't like Shelley Duvall. He didn't like anybody really, except maybe the kid.
Yeah. Well, when he supported the miniseries, and the hedges were different. Everything was different. Everything was what was based in the book. There's that funny thing where who directed The Shining?
Stanley Kubrick.
Thank you. Full Metal Jacket, right?
Yes,
he directed that one too. All right, that's our new.
That's the worst moment on this show ever,
right?
Uncle Al.
Because in the book, the Volkswagen was red, not yellow, right? And if you remember, when Scatman Crothers is driving down the highway, there's an accident, and it's a red Volkswagen that's crushed under whatever he had to go around. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, so there's all that kind of stuff going on.
That's funny.
Two masters. I mean, they're it's two masters. What are you going to do? It's. Al, have you seen The Shining? You probably didn't like it. It was too normal.
No, I've seen I've seen Kubrick and the TV series. I don't really remember much about the TV series because I watched it when it aired, and God only knows how long ago that was.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the film. I like Kubrick's film, so it's just
Steven
not.
Weber was more in line with what the father was in the book. Obviously, he was dealing with alcoholism and all kinds of same thing, but the ending's different. That he kills the boiler, and there's all kinds of. Hey, did you guys see Doctor Sleep?
I read Doctor Sleep.
You haven't seen the movie?
Nope, but I did
pretty
read
good.
the book.
Pretty good. And there's a huge homage to The Shining in that, as well as Ready Player One. You ever see that movie?
I read the book. I don't need to see the movie.
Well, there's a
Yeah, I
Shining
didn't see
homage in there that's amazing.
Really?
So you should check that. Just check that out for the Shining homage. All right, my number one, Uncle Al. Your number one was what? The Thing.
Yes.
Chris, yours was what we just talked about, The Shining.
The Shining.
Mine is The Exorcist, hands down.
Oh, really?
Now this is a formidable time in my life. I was in Catholic school in 1973 when it came out. My best friend Dave Malcolmson went and saw the film and puked when the pea soup thing happened. So I didn't see it when I was a kid. I saw it later in my life. And I am a lapsed Catholic. But this is a movie that makes me feel like if I think about it too much, I think that shit could happen. Like, there's something about, the whole thing when I went through Catholic school and the devil, and if you start thinking about things too much, that movie to this day still freaks me out. And
It is a classic for a reason.
It is a classic. William Friedkin did an amazing job. The practical effects, the technical side of the film are amazing. The way he treated actors, what he was doing to them is just horrible. You can't even all the stuff that was the myths that were coming out about people who died and accidents that were happening on the set. And then this had to be 1995. I was sitting at home watching the movie at midnight, and I swear this happened right at midnight. Clock fell off my wall and dropped on the floor and just freaked me the hell out. Because I always have this feeling if I think about it too much, these demons can get in. And to this day, it is still my number one horror film that will never go away. So, what do you guys think about The Exorcist?
Oh, I think you're right. I mean, I was not raised Catholic, but I was, I'm a Protestant. But even so, even without all the saints and the devils and kind of the heavier duty guilting going on, it's still terrifying. It's still like as somebody who, was raised, as a Christian, you get that feeling. It's that scary idea that that there could be a devil, there's a Lucifer, and that they could be working against you in some kind of more active manner than subtly tempting you with women and booze.
Yeah. I was just going to say something I forgot because I picked up my tablet, so my brain went to what the tablet was doing. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know what it was. No Ouija boards in my house.
Yeah.
No way. No way, no how. Al, do you like to use a Ouija board and get spirits to happen? What's your thing?
No.
Okay, good. All right, let's real quick. Any honorable mentions? I have a couple honorable mentions.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing that.
Well, I just think. Yeah, I'll give you a couple minutes. One, Halloween. None of us mentioned Halloween as a top 5, which is a little shocking.
I just saw that at the Maryland Science Center.
Oh, you went?
IMAX screen. Yeah, on last Thursday. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Really terrific, really great. Probably the only negative thing was there was a guy about 2 seats over from me kind of doing his own little commentary track, which was, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure 90% of the people, 95% of the people in there, like myself, had seen that movie multiple times, but hey man, I kind of want to enjoy the movie.
Wasn't there a happy hour before it? before it.
Yeah, that was good too. I was able to.
But that
you
might
know,
explain the talking.
Yeah, well, that was nice too. You know, I had a couple of Coors Lights, and they also let you bring them in too.
Yeah.
So to the theater. So
Yeah.
that's not bad.
My second one is 1999's Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon.
Wow, interesting.
The only reason I bring this up is it ended up in my court proceeding for my second divorce because my wife caught me letting my 3-year-old, 4-year-old son watch this film, and I just rewatched it the other night, and I deserve to be called out. There's no way that kid should have been watching that film. I mean, there's so much crazy shit. There's a sex scene that happens. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's a great film. I love the film, but that kid shouldn't. But now he's become he's my oldest, and he loves horror films. He's not freaked out by anything. But yeah, I deserve to be in that court proceeding because there's just should not have been showing my 4-year-old. It's like Uncle Al with his whatever one you said you saw when you were 5.
Well, I saw Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 3, so.
Okay. So, all right, quick. Any honorable mentions?
Yep, I do have an honorable mention. American Werewolf in London.
Yep, good
Just
one.
a great, fantastic, fun film.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And I thought about choosing The Fly, but then I was like, nah, Videodrome. The Fly is great, but Videodrome is far more twisted and scary.
It is, but The Fly is more
levels.
accessible. The Fly
It's
is
much
more
more accessible. Yeah. I mean, if somebody had never seen a David Cronenberg film, you say start with The Fly.
Yeah.
You know, and if you can handle that, then move on to something else.
Yeah. His son's directing some interesting films too right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
Possessor is an excellent film, and so is Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool is awesome. Oh my
I've
god.
never seen that one.
Maya Goth
I
is
did-
my screen crush.
Yes, I
is
know
insane.
you have a thing for my.
Oh my god.
Well, I did
and with this
actually
young
just-
beard, I think she might like me. Maybe.
I did just see Cronenberg's new movie, The Shrouds. Super weird, very creepy.
I actually hated that movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
I found it disturbing on many levels, but
That's his new one.
why
That's
I
a new one.
Hated.
I thought there was a good movie in there, but I didn't need the conspiracy that was surrounding
Okay. Yeah.
this
that's
conspiracy
fair.
framework.
Right.
I think if we would have focused on the my spouse is dead through line and, added more to that, that would have been
I think
a better
that's a
movie.
fair criticism. Yeah, that was definitely the weaker part of the film. You know.
All right, Al. Any honorable mentions?
I'll go Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, starring Patricia Arquette. What's Nancy's name? Heather Langenkamp. Robert Englund is Freddy, of course. That is, let's see, who wrote that? Frank Darabont has a writing credit on that. Chuck Russell has a writing credit on it. Chuck Russell directed that film. It's just an all-around fun Freddy movie when they had a budget and they could really do some special effects in that.
Cool.
All right. I mean, listen, we missed a ton of them, obviously. We always do this. We have 5, we pick 5. But this was a good mix. There weren't many cross things.
No, just a couple.
Couple.
But
I mean,
at the
I went
same
with
time-
my childhood is all here. All my 5 are my childhood. So, I mean, what am I going to do? I'm
looking
feeling
at all of
mortality.
my-
I'm feeling the end. So I'm going back to I was young.
Well, it's funny, like my work, right? So my job, we have a little film club, and every month we choose 2 movies, a modern film and a classic. The cutoff between modern and classic is considered 2000. So technically everyone... Yeah.
No.
That's classic or modern? That's classic?
Anything before 2000 is considered classic, and everything 2000
God.
is a modern film. Well, you have to understand that it's a pretty young crew that I work with. I'm kind of the hey, I own my own house and I have children.
Oh,
kind
wow.
of guy, you know.
Do they know about Blockbuster? Do you brag about that all the time?
They know of its existence from like a kind of in the dawn of man kind of 2001 touching the monolith kind of way, but like not in an actual, hey, I used to go there and I used to pick up movies,
I had some of my best, not Blockbuster, but there was a place in Alexandria, Virginia that was the Video Vault, it was called. Oh man, they had some.
I've heard of that. I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, it was amazing. They had laser discs too. I mean, it was just crazy. But those days are over. What are we gonna do?
Mine was North Campus in Columbus, Ohio.
I,
R.I.P.
and Uncle Al's from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is the physical media capital of the world. I'm blown away by how much physical media goes on in that city. It's great. It's great. So, all right. Anybody want to say anything before we cancel out? We get out.
Have a happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yep.
Watch
Happy
out for
Halloween.
razor blades in the apples and
Go watch Martyrs.
Martyrs. Chris, you should
I
see
will.
Martyrs.
I actually
You know what?
wrote it down and I made a notation French.
Why don't we? I'd watch it again with you because I kind of want to watch your reaction. I think it would be.
Okay.
So let's see if we can figure that one out.
That sounds good.
Is there an
Maybe we can-
Indian
Well,
version of Martyrs? I wonder because we could really get some views.
I'm sure. Yeah, actually, we could if we can. We might actually break 1,000.
Uncle Al, did you enjoy being on the show?
I did. It's good to be back.
I can see your face is really showing some joy. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.